Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's Lan here. I hope everybody is doing well. Today I'm going to answer one of the most popular questions that I usually get from you guys. The question is whether it's worth it to get a indoor hydroponic system like the Gardyn in the back of me right here, or the iHarvest that I usually feature in my videos. Is this one right here. For those of you who just purchased the system and you might have buyer's remorse, and you ask yourself, did I make a wise investment? And for some others of you who are still debating whether you should make the purchase, like some of my friends, you know who you are. This video is for you. This is how I'm going to do it. I'm going to calculate how much this system produced in 1 year and then compare it to the initial investment of my money. That way we can calculate our return of investment in 1 year. And then later in the video, I'm going to chat with you things beyond the dollar sign. Now let's jump right into it. We will start with the initial cost. This is Gardyn's official website. I put a link below for your ease of access. Gardyn just rolled out the newer version, which is the 2.0, which costs a little bit more. It's supposedly easier to clean because they made some changes to the internal tube. I cannot say how much better it is to clean until I actually clean it. I'll make a separate video on that. Anyhow, these are the price that's on sale right now as February 2022. You can get extra $125 to $200 off if you use my coupon code PLANSFORTABLE at the checkout. Depending on what time of the year it is, usually during the holiday like Christmas, you will definitely get $200 off of whatever price they have on their website. But you definitely get at least $125 off. Let's just select one of the seat selection right here and pretend like we are checking out. I'm just going to use the newer version's price in my calculation just in case the other version is out of stock or they decide to stop the production. Right here you can see that you get $125 off and the amount comes down to $724. So $724 is our initial investment. Next, let's see how much it costs us a year to run this unit. According to Gardyn's website, the energy draw per second for both lights operating simultaneously is 75 watt on average. With the suggested schedule, the Gardyn is estimated to use 54 kilowatt hour per month. So we multiply by 12 months, we have 648 kilowatt hour per year. It cost me about 15 cents per kilowatt hour where I'm at. So in total, we have $104 a year in electricity costs. Now let's talk about water. When plants are mature, I usually change water every week. So that's 6 gallons of water a week. Multiplied by 52 weeks a year, we get 312 gallons of water. And that's the equivalent of 41 cubic feet of water. How do I know? Well, I asked Miss Google. She knows everything. And you better not doubt her. In my city, it costs about $66 for every 500 cubic feet. That comes down to about 13 cents per cubic feet. The yearly water cost is around $5.50. Here is the rundown of the maintenance cost. For this simulation, let's assume that we're growing butterhead lettuce year-round. It will cost about $10 for 500 seeds, and that should last you a whole year. I'm buying my own plastic net cup and a different brand of nutrient. I'm going to link everything below so you know what I'm using. I haven't paid for a Gardyn membership for over a year now. Some of you might find the membership helpful because you don't feel like buying your own seeds and store them and then worry that they expire. To me, not because I'm cheap, I just want to pick my own seed. Okay, maybe I'm cheap. Now let's talk about fun stuff. How much can Gardyn produce in a year? What you are seeing right here is on day 50. In fact, I harvested the first round 2 weeks ago, but let's disregard that. For lettuce, you can harvest on day 50 and it will grow back and you harvest another round on day 70. Gardyn can grow 30 plants at a time. Therefore, you get 2 rounds of harvest every 70 days. which is equivalent to 60 heads of lettuce. Now let's go back to our boring math. We can get 60 lettuce heads every 70 days. 365 days a year gives us about 5.2 rounds of growing. Multiply that by 60, we have 313 lettuce heads. OMG, so much lettuce! Now let's say it costs $3 per head of lettuce if you were to buy it from the grocery store. The total production we get in a year is $939 a year. So it costs $866 for the first year to yield $939 worth of food. In other words, you made back all of your money on the first year plus $72. Now moving forward to second year, third year, it only costs you a merely $142 total to produce $939. If that's not a good investment, I don't know what is. Alright, maybe you can throw that money into penny stocks or cryptocurrencies and it goes 100 times or to zero, depending on your luck. That's a story for another time, okay? Now some of you might argue that it doesn't cost you $3 to get a head of lettuce. Maybe at your farmer's market it's only $1.50 or $2. For me, I'm comparing to the price that I usually pay at my local grocery store. Regardless being cheap or expensive, I do not trust the lettuce coming from the grocery store due to all the contaminant recall lately. Since I started growing lettuce hydroponically indoor, I have become kind of a lettuce snob because I know that I'm growing much fancier varieties at home that usually are not available in the grocery store. Okay, now raise your hand if you have been in a situation like this, a snow day, and all you need is a leaf or two of lettuce to put on top of your burger, and a few sprinkles of arugula would be awesome, but it's a waste to buy a whole bag. Or like me, on snow day like this, I just need some cilantro to add flavor to the soup. All is accessible in my house, few steps away. It cannot get any fresher than that. I do not care what kind of high-end grocery that you go to, cannot beat this right here. The bottom line is that this hydroponic system is really worth it. The numbers don't lie. If you want a better return on investment, grow some expensive plants. I'm using butterhead lettuce in my simulation, but you totally can plug in the number for herbs. We all know that herbs can be very expensive if you want it fresh. Things like basil, rosemary, thyme, mint, because of the shorter shelf life comparing to stuff like lettuce. The more of the expensive things that you grow, the better return that you get from your investment. But do not grow anything funny, okay? Check your state law. You have been warned. I hope this video is helpful. Please let me know what you think. Drop me some comment, question, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. As always, thanks so much for watching and I'll see you next time. Bye!